Hey guys, I don't know if you can hear me, so please let us know in the chat today. Today, Frank and I thought we would start out with a Say Something Hat Day, right?
That's right. It's a Say Something Hat Day.
Say Something Hat Day. And if anybody knows what movie we're referring to when we say it's a Say Something Hat Day, please comment in the chat.
That's right. That is from what movie?
And if you are watching this on replay later on, after it saves to replay, you feel free to comment below as to what movie that's in. It's just a little thing that we always say, and we thought that today it was the Say Something Hat Day.
Now, how should I wear it? Should I put the brim down and maybe do like...
You're just trying to be cool
I know. I'm trying to do like... Does everybody remember Alexis Carrington on Dynasty? She always wore those big giant hats when she walked into court with her giant clutch purse.
I've come in to take over the boardroom.
That's so crazy.
So let's, I want to start out by finding out, can somebody please tell me if you guys can hear us? Because, apparently,
yay! Rick Cefalu.
Rick, you got it.
To Wong Fu, thanks for everything, Julie Newmar, one of our favorite movies.
So that tells me that y'all can hear us.
Yes. Okay, now does that mean that I can take my hat off because it's really hot?
Thank you, Tony. Tony Wilson says, Kevin, love the hat. Love to get one for my husband. I actually got this. Where did I get this? I got this in the Bahamas.
Southern Caribbean.
Oh, this was Southern Caribbean.
Southern Caribbean.
So I had originally purchased a hat similar to this, except it didn't have, what's it got on it? Oh, it's got palm trees.
Yeah.
That has palm trees on it. The original one was just white with a blue band, and I got it in Nassau, Bahama.
Nassau. Were we like rolling? We were rolling through Nassau.
We were rolling through the straw market. Okay. There's a straw market. If any of you are going to the Bahamas, which unfortunately has been decimated by the hurricane, but once they rebuild, and I'm sure they will rebuild the straw market, it's a great place to find some deals. Now, the gentleman wanted, what do you want, like $50 for this
that's crazy.
Straw hat, and it was nuts, and it was, you know, oh, hey, man, you get this hat, man. I make it myself, blah, blah, blah. So I ended up going to leave the area, and he followed me, and I got the hat. I ended up getting the hat for $10. So that is what I say. Anyways, what's going on, Frank? Say hi to people.
Oh, well, I am.
Never mind what I'm doing.
Oh, okay. Well, I just want to say, let's see. I can hear Gloria Ferry says you can. Thank you, Gloria, confirming that you can hear our big mouths.
For those of you that don't know, I'm doing some behind the scenes things right now as we're doing everything. I'm trying to speed up the chat a little bit, and I'm trying to move things around. And he is so interested in what I'm doing. Every time I do something, he's like, what's going on there?
No, there's certain thing I want you to do.
So anyways, while other people, Wanda's right on it.
Steve McCord, Ciara Ramos. Oh. Hi, Silo!
Hi, Silo.
Hi, Chad Clark.
So right now, currently, we have 87 people in the chat room, Frank.
Oh, how many?
87.
Oh, awesome.
From what I can
Lotto
see.
Lachey.
88.
Oh, you can see over there.
Yeah,
on the
I'm
other
looking
computer.
over here. So I have multiple computers set up. We're trying a different setup this time, right?
Right.
Right, Frank? And you know what, guys? Remember all the trouble we've had over the past couple of months trying to do the live stream?
What a nightmare.
Wow.
I would say when my sister would say, so how did your live stream go yesterday? And my answer would be, oh my God, it was another shit show.
I know, but...
And she would go, oh my God, what happened? And we're like, well, technical as usual.
Correct.
Right.
So, anyways, what we ended up doing was I did a whole bunch of tests and tried to do things in a different order. And guess what? It worked.
It worked. So
it worked.
so
And Kevin created, you know, Frank is famous for his lists, right? Everybody knows that he's famous for his lists. But Kevin created a whole list and a whole list so that every time we do a live stream now, I can set up an event. So you guys can set a reminder.
Oh, thank
and
God.
hopefully you all got notifications because all of us in the YouTube community, the creators, have had a continual problem with YouTube sending out notifications when we're live or when we are live or when we are trying to have a video come out. And so it becomes an issue. So if you all don't have your bell activated on your subscription to our channel, please make sure you do that at some point. So I don't know, is there a bell on here? I don't know, because we see it, we have a different view. But I'm assuming that down below, next to where it says subscribed, there's a little bell. And if you make sure that there's two little brackets next to it, then you should be getting our notifications.
Okay, hold on just a second. Chad Clark, don't you worry. Your question is going to be #1 on the list. Okay? So I got you marked. Don't get
Better write it down.
I got him stored to memory. Don't get nervous. Please let us go through what our normal process is. You are first on the list.
So we're going to start out by saying that if you all remember, our last live stream was, what was our last live stream? Our 10,000 subscriber giveaway. So since then, we have added another 1,136 subscribers. Right before this, we checked and we were at 11,036 subscribers, and we have over 2.5 million views of our videos to date. So we're very, very excited about that. You take that away, Frank.
Oh, I want to know. Okay, when I did the recipe on Saturday, the tuna noodle casserole, who has made it? Anyone make it already? I had a lot of, I'm eating it tonight, I'm going to make it tomorrow, blah, 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 blah. So I know a lot of people aren't into tuna. Of course, that's pretty much the only fish we eat, whether it's a cold salad or a hot noodle. I love it. My sister and I grew up on it. Kevin likes it, but can't eat it because it does something bad to him. So,
now don't say that.
It does. But I'm just telling the truth.
Well, give me a break.
But anyways.
Go on.
I hope those of you that make that recipe, I hope you enjoy it. And as I said in the video, I'm sorry, it's an original recipe. No substitutions. It's a recipe you just can't substitute. You can't be like, oh, I'm not going to use golden mushroom. I'm going to use it. Well, then, you know, that's not the recipe.
Right.
You know, I'm all for substituting some stuff sometimes, but
it is not something that you
certain
can,
recipes. This one you just can't. Now
you can do. So I have a feeling that some of the people in the chat room are seeing some things going on, and I'm going to address it right now.
Okay.
So first of all, I want to thank Wanda Byram. And I don't know what other moderators are in the room right now, but Wanda's doing a really good job.
Wanda's got her work cut out for her.
We have a troll today, and I have a feeling that he or she is going to be making multiple appearances. And I feel as if I know who it might be. I am not going to give his name out because I'm sure it's him.
But we have several.
We have several.
We have several trolls we have been dealing with.
We have, I had a major issue about, what was it, about an hour before the live stream. I got in a big argument with someone online, and I think that's that person.
Probably.
But anyways, we'll get to that in a minute.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that as it relates to scamming. But I just wanted to briefly, as we talked about my Frank's Cooking Corner recipe that was released yesterday, which means that this coming Saturday, I have Frank Pushes Back episode 21 coming out, which is entitled Topics Not to Discuss While You're on a Cruise. So
Right.
I hope you're all going to find it very interesting. So look forward to that this Saturday, September 14th.
Now, I just also want to say I haven't discussed this with Nurse Nancy, but we do trust Nurse Nancy.
Oh, yes.
And so, Nurse Nancy, if you're listening, and I know you are, and you're here, I have now made you a moderator for the chat. So if you wouldn't mind helping us out when we're in the room, we've got a few uninvited guests today. I think Wanda has put the kibosh on most of them, but we are under attack.
Yes, we are. We are.
And we want to see all of you guys' chats. We don't
Yeah,
want to
we don't want to see this nonsense.
the losers, right? So anyways, thank you, Nurse Nancy, if you'll help us moderate a little bit today.
And Ken Peterson, of course, a good call on the top two things of topics not to discuss on a cruise. You got it, Ken. One religion and one politics for sure.
Right.
Good for you.
You know what we should do too, Frank, is we want to thank everybody for coming today, because
I know, because
there's 121 people in the room right now, and we don't do football, but it's our understanding.
Yes, it is our understanding from a very, very good friend.
From a reliable source.
Reliable source. When we said, oh, sorry, I'm not going to be on the chat today. It's first day of football. We were like, it is? That's nice. And that means what?
Yeah, I was like, well, what do you mean you're not going to be in the chat?
We're like so crazy. Anyways, so
I also want to say to Nurse Nancy, congratulations on getting past that 1,000 subscriber mark.
Yes.
And I'm really sorry that we haven't reached out to you to congratulate you personally. But we've been very, very busy preparing videos for when we're gone on our NCL Escape Cruise, which is what? It's only like
2 weeks from today.
2 weeks from today?
Yes, we board 2 weeks from today.
So we did want to make sure that we said congratulations to you.
And thank you, Ken Peterson, for your super chat.
Oh, Ken, I didn't even see that, Ken. Thank you so much.
Pretty blue bar going across the screen. That's we like that blue.
Hi, Just Pamela. Hi, Karen Vowell. Hi, Sue Vegas Strong.
Margot Arlington. Is it Gunnen Steinig? Oh,
I don't even see
what
where
happened?
You see that.
Oh, right there. Karen. Who else? Oh, Jenny Hess. Wes Morrison, Meredith Doyle.
C. Gunter wants us to turn up the sound if we can.
Oh.
Our sound is all the way up. So I'm thinking maybe you need to turn up the sound on your computer or your TV, maybe? I don't know, because I don't know how I could turn it up anymore. I could turn it up a little bit more, but when we start to get in the red, it becomes an issue on our end. So I turned it up just a little bit. I hope that helps.
Yeah. Now, my Facebook cruise chat group, as of this morning, had 1,673 members. We broke another 100 new members last week. So that's what we have been getting. Those of you who are on Facebook that are part of Cruise Chat, I want to thank all of you. And you know, it warms my heart when I go to Cruise Chat and I see the posts from everybody, and everybody that's part of this group is so nice and so helpful and giving out all wonderful information.
Well, while we're on...
And being kind about it.
Right.
And it's so good to see, because I see in other rooms where they're just not very nice. You know, somebody asks a question, it's kind of becomes a slam fest as to why the person even asked the question. And we don't do that. And you know that we have strict rules for Cruise Chat. It's a safe place for all cruisers. I don't care who you are or what cruise lines you like. And now that segues to Chad. Now Chad Clark asked the question, why do we prefer NCL over Royal Caribbean or Carnival, since they seem to be a little bit more expensive, I hope, Chad, I got that right. And I want to say, we don't prefer
Right.
NCL over the other ones.
You know, let's just put that misnomer to bed right now.
Good question, Chad.
Although I'm wearing a Norwegian shirt right now, what has happened over the years is we have been sucked into the buying the cruise next vouchers while we're on board. They're a phenomenal deal. But I will tell you that at the time when we were cruising, NCL was the most handicap friendly and accessible. And we kind of still feel that way, except all the new ships that are coming out seem to have stepped up their game with accessibility. And what we are doing is we are making a commitment to you and to ourselves to cruise on other lines more often.
We are trying, we have dumped all our NCL cruise next.
No, we have one left.
We have one left? Oh my God, I thought we got rid of all of them.
We have one left.
And it's not that we don't appreciate the cruise next certificates, because those were purchased and obtained through the generosity of our subscriber fans. So I want to put that out there. That was a gift. And but we're trying, you know, I have a 20-year history with NCL. But we want to get away from them. And
well, it's not that we want to get away from them. We just want a different experience.
I'm sorry. Yeah, you want a different experience, and I want to get away from them. But the Carnival cruises we took in the past, they were not handicap accessible. And for me, if there's only 3 bathrooms I can use on a ship with 18 decks, that's a problem. That's not handicap accessible for Frank. And so we are currently exploring the new ships, because you all know, hopefully, that we will be on the Carnival Mardi Gras. Come 2021, we will be with RCCL, Royal Caribbean, in 2020 for Bermuda. So we are booked with Carnival. We are booked with RCCL. And January of 2020, group cruise on the NCL Encore
looks funny.
Will be our last with NCL for the moment, because we're going to be heading out to Carnival and Royal Caribbean. We want to get to Celebrity and Princess and Virgin.
And I want to do a Costa cruise.
Oh, yeah, I've done a Costa. He hasn't.
So, in regards to Pamela's asking about when are we doing our group cruise, and our group cruise is in January of 2020. If you would like information on the group cruise, all you have to do is email us, and let me see if I can get that up. Oy vey. All you have to do is email us at cruisingwithwheels@rochester.rr.com, and we will send you the information. Now, at this point, we only have, what do we have?
Today is the 8th. Final payment for the group cruise is September 21st.
Right.
So it's in like 13 days that people have to make the final payment. Those of you who are on the group cruise, who are in this chat room, if you haven't made your final payment, I know you want to hold on to your money as long as you can. God knows we do. But please do not wait till the very, very last minute. We have to get our plans settled with Sarah and NCL.
We have to allocate the funds that we'll be receiving based on the number of cabins that are paid. And one of the things is we're leaving on Saturday for our cruise.
We're leaving Sunday the next day on the 22nd.
Right. That's what I meant.
Right.
We're leaving Sunday on the cruise, and we won't be able to get with her for a while.
So we need to be like, we need to know.
We're planning on having a conference call when we're on the cruise, hopefully. And so we kind of want to be prepared.
We don't want the day after final payment, when we're flying to New York, boarding the NCL Escape, to be in a crisis mode with Sarah and NCL Corporate about this whole group cruise. That's what we don't want. Please don't make us start our cruise with a crisis. So those of you who are part of the group cruise, please, if you are serious about going, please make your final payment and let's get it over and done with. We need to know the stats of who's going and who's not going. There are people who are like, they booked the cruise when we announced it and had no intentions of going whatsoever. They just,
some people canceled for illness.
They just wanted to be. I said some.
Some.
I didn't say all. Did you hear me say all?
No.
Okay, I said some, and had no intentions of going. They just got caught up in the moment and wanted to be part of the experience, the Facebook group cruise room, and all of that kind of stuff. So I want to say here and now, if you're going, pony up the money.
So I want to get to what happened today, because it really irritated me, and I want to warn all of our cruisers about it, right?
Sure.
We want to first say that Frank's Cruise Chat, we've changed the rules a little bit, right? So
Well, I think we've probably got more detailed.
We've got more detail.
In the beginning, you think that you just say certain things and it's kind of self-explanatory, but apparently it's not.
So we are not allowing in Cruise Chat advertising for travel agencies, advertising for other YouTube channels. Sorry, we love all you other YouTube channels, but that's our group, so we really don't want to advertise other videos on that.
Well, and that's not only for not specifically.
It's not specifically
to cruise, but
it's
you have
any YouTube.
Right, you have YouTube creators that of any topic, they just can't dump their stuff in our room, and it could be on things that let me tell you, you don't want to see. So
yeah, we block a lot of things.
Yeah, so it's a control thing. So everybody is now set up where you can't post anything in Cruise Chat unless it goes through a pre-approval. Everybody is on pre-approval. So we catch it, and if it's a post that, who's going to blah, blah, blah in the Southern Caribbean, let me know. Yeah, approve. But if it's something like, hey guys, you can earn up to $1,000 a week, contact me for this great business opportunity, that's a deny, and you are in violation of Cruise Chat code of conduct.
Now we have a 3 strikes you're out policy, so if you do an oopsie, we understand, right? And we give you 3 chances. However, there's one caveat to that rule, because I have had it up to here with it. It is a company called incruises.com, or incruises.com, excuse me. Incruises.com, in our opinion, is a pyramid scheme. It is a scam, and I have had...
What do they call it?
I have had arguments with people about it because I claim to them it's a pyramid scheme, and they turn it around and say it's a multi-level marketing offer. That is a pyramid
That's a pyramid scheme.
Anything that starts with 1 and makes more people and more people and more people and more people is by definition
and I've had
scheme.
Personal experiences with these pyramid schemes.
So I just want to tell you guys a little bit of how it works, because I did a lot of research on it when it was presented to me 3 months ago, and there's been a huge insurgence of it on the internet lately.
Right.
And in particular in Cruise Chat.
In Cruise Chat, they have been bombarding our Facebook group with their advertisements that we've been killing as fast as we can.
So this is what ends up happening is, say Frank has signed up for incruises.com. Frank would have to pay $100 automatically every month, and it goes into a bank, okay? And it's a cruise dollar bank. They double what you pay. Sounds great, right? Except you can only use half of those dollars in the first year. It takes a full 5 years to be vested with them. So what is that? Quick numbers. 12, 24, 36, 48. $6,000.
Right.
No, I'm talking about money.
Oh, a year. Okay. Right.
No, it's $1,200 a year times 5 years, $6,000.
Right.
That's what I was talking about. So $6,000 for that 5-year term, and then you can use all of your points, right? So you'll have 12,000 points. But what they don't tell you and what they don't show you is how much the cruise is going to cost. Because you have to book your travel through them. You have to book through their site. And they only offer a limited number of cruises. They say that they offer 5,000 cruises on their site. But who really knows? Because you are not going to be able to see it until you sign up for it.
And the money's already been paid.
And then on top of it, what happens is you will have to, they'll put a lot of pressure on you, right? And that's what I'm noticing is there's a lot of pressure once you signed up that if you sign up, so Frank signed up, right? He really didn't, but let's say he did. And he's paying his $100 a month.
Yep.
If he finds 5 other people to sign up and pay that $100 a month, then he doesn't have to pay. And then those 5 people have to find 5 people, and so on and so on and so on and so on. And the more people you get in your fold, then you start making money on it. So again, sounds like a pyramid scam to me. So I just wanted to warn you all about this. I want to apologize if certain individuals have reached out to you through Messenger because it seems like they're using cruise chats member list to build their sales list for this scam. And again, it's our opinion that it's a scam.
Right.
And if anybody that's in the program, okay, so if anybody's in this room that's in the program or anybody watching it in replay that's in Cruises scam program, we have every right to say that we think it's a scam.
It's our opinion.
It's our opinion. This is our channel, and if you don't like it, go somewhere else. But I have spoken to other YouTube channels that have asked not to be mentioned, so I'm not going to mention names.
No.
But that person, that one, over there. I mean, the list of people I've spoken to about this that are travel YouTubers, it is very, very long, and they all say the same thing. It's a scam, and they're not doing it, and they don't advise it. And the problem is, a lot of the channels don't want to open their mouth and say don't do it because they're afraid of retribution. Is that the right word?
Yeah.
Retribution.
Yeah, you're going to get some...
we don't care about pushback.
No.
We'll just get rid of them.
No, we don't.
Like who I got rid of today.
We don't believe... You're right. And what kills me is what you dealt with him and how kind of crazy he was kind of shows you the kind of pressure that they're probably exerting.
I can't see your face
when
you turn your head.
On people to get them to sign up because he was really crazy with Kevin in his communications.
Right.
He was like he was rabid about it. So can you just imagine what they're doing to people to get them to sign up for this? Scam alert, people.
Right.
Scam alert.
Scam alert. So we just wanted to let you know about that and kind of give you an idea. I'm not going to go down the whole entire list of what you have to do, but if you are going to consider this, you need to read every little tiny bit of fine print because I read it and it is amazing how they're going to take your money and not give you what you're paying for.
Exactly.
So, anyways, let's move on.
As Carla Miller says, I'll keep my own money and save up for my own cruise.
Right.
There you go.
Do you know how many cruises I could go on in 5 years with $6,000?
I know.
People? I mean, really. So, anyways.
Okay, I'm getting hot now. I got my close-up, so I can take the hat off.
So, all of you that are going on the group cruise, I have a new hat. It's not this one, but it's very similar. And it'll be a surprise for all of you because actually I got it locally. Remember, I got it at the supermarket.
I know.
Who buys a hat at the supermarket? But I saw it at one of our local supermarkets, and it was a deal, and I couldn't pass it up. And actually, it was cheaper than this hat. And I think it changes color in the sun.
Oh gosh, jeez, it's a magical hat.
It's a magical hat.
Oh, now I got hat stuff on my glasses.
So,
Yes,
anyway.
Sylvain, I will not need that hat in New England and Canada.
So there's 147 people in the chat room. Please let the questions roll if you have questions or whatever you want to talk about now that we are off our pedestal.
Yeah, we'll get off our soapbox about them. So, yeah.
I agree.
What?
Look at what Justy says.
Oh, I saw. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, put the $100 in a savings
I know.
account.
Why would you give your money away to somebody you don't know who's handed you a whole bunch of bull crap? That'd be the day.
No way.
Huh.
No way.
Okay.
What's that say?
We can't do this one in December, but we sent you an email about group cruising. Ron M. We can't do this one in December. Which one?
Oh, did you just sign? We're not doing a group cruise in December. We're doing one in January of 2020. If you can't do this group cruise, don't worry. As soon as we get back, Frank's gonna kill me. As soon as we get back from the escape, I'm gonna start kicking it in high gear for the next group cruise.
Oh God. Lord have mercy. I'm done with the first one. I've already got agita already on the first one.
And I'm going to tell you all, the next group cruise that we choose is not going to be on NCL.
No, it will not.
We're not sure who it's going to be on, but I have been talking with our friends over at cruises.com. That's cruises, CRUISES.com. And they are going to help us out with our next group cruise.
Right.
They're going to set us up with a web page, so it's going to be no more long-distance phone calls or emails. You can just book it right on the web page, and we are just going to have to decide what we're going to do and what line we're going to go on because there are so many good lines out there.
I know.
I would love to hear from all of you.
And the number of new ships they are rolling out of those.
I can't believe it. They're pumping them out
They
like crazy.
They're pumping them. They're building them so fast. They can't get the one ship. They had floated out the Encore, and they already had, who was behind them ready to come in? When they floated, push you out at night, because in the morning, the next one is coming in to be assembled.
Well, I think if I'm not mistaken, I could be very well mistaken, but I think they're starting on the Leonardo class. Because I think they have 3 or 5 ships that they have in contract at Meerweft for NCL. Yes, we were considering Celebrity very heavily.
Yeah, oh yes.
The problem with Celebrity that I have is they seem pricey I don't know. I don't know. Oh. We were considering Celebrity, though.
Karen Vowell, she was on the escape recently with people in wheelchairs, no issues, excellent food, and extremely friendly staff. Good to know. Thank you, Karen.
Gail Hilton is going on the escape in October of 2020, and it's her first wedding anniversary. Oh, and she would like to know, what should they ask for free gifts? Silence. Dead silence.
Well, ask who?
She's probably asking what should she ask her family and friends for.
Oh, what
could they send her? So basically, this is what
I'm thinking
say.
From her. I'm thinking from her travel agent. From you can rake in a lot of gifts from everywhere.
So gifts would be, I would say, onboard credit.
Yes, because that affords you. For you to buy what you want to buy.
And if it's your first wedding anniversary, Gail, that means that she's getting married October of 2019, so relatively soon.
Right.
I would be asking people for NCL gift cards for your wedding, right? Your friends, your family, and for Christmas this year, ask for NCL gift cards. They can order them online, and you can use them to pay towards your cruise.
Well, that's true too. So
I'm all for that. Diane Robertson says group cruise on Celebrity would be awesome. Jenny Hess says Celebrity Edge. I don't know who said. Now stop that. Stop that. The chat's going. Roop, roop, roop. Pamela wants to know how about going to Hawaii on a group cruise. I don't think that's going to happen.
No.
It's very expensive to fly to Hawaii, and I don't think I can get Frank on a plane that long. Kelly says Panama Canal from California for 2 weeks. That would be nice.
Yeah.
I would really, really like
That's
that.
that's on our bucket list.
It's on our bucket list. I just don't know when I can get that chunk of time off from the salon. I'd have a lot of little old ladies very mad at me.
Very mad.
Very mad. My weeklies would be very upset. Virgin Voyages.
Right.
Meredith, that would be awesome. Virgin Voyages, we are entertaining them. The problem I have with Virgin Voyages at this point is they do not do 7-day cruises.
Right.
So for me, packing for 5 days.
Not worth it.
And flying and all that, I want 7 to 10 days. Ooh.
What?
Read. Don't pay attention to me.
I don't know. I want to make sure that if you were going to have a fit or a seizure, I was prepared when you went, oh!
Wes Morrison would like to know, what is our opinion on Hail? Hail is Holland America.
We wanted to cruise Holland America.
We wanted to cruise Holland America. I think we booked one and we had to cancel it.
Our best friend, Scott Singer from Scott Singer Cruises. There's a lot of Holland America.
Check him out. He's on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, I think.
So, yeah, Holland America is always in the running. Princess was in the running. Everybody usually is in the running, but it's all about the itinerary and the dates, the time of the year, because, we can't go at certain times of the year because if he doesn't work, we don't pay our bills.
We don't eat.
So, yeah, we don't eat, we don't pay our bills, so you can't exactly go when it's peak season at the salon.
Allison G. said that Hurricane Doreen came through Nova Scotia last night. Lots of cruise ships diverted away from Halifax. Glad you guys aren't coming for a couple of weeks. The waterfront is pretty badly damaged.
Oh.
Excuse me. I spoke to somebody earlier today, and they said that, and they said that actually the power went out, and it was a bad situation. But at least it's not totally devastated like the Bahamas.
Right.
Right? So hopefully they'll be up and running, and we will be able to go. Because I would be upset.
Yeah, that would be
It'd be one of the stops.
yeah, one of the stops, and
So
looking forward to Halifax. Oh, goodness.
Ken Peterson said, what about the elephant in the room concerning hurricanes and cruising?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if it's really an elephant in the room. I mean, I'm taking this off.
It's upsetting that hurricane season just started, and gosh.
You just gave me a great idea.
There was a category,
I'm keeping notes.
These islands were hit, and it was a big one. Dorian was a big one to be like one of the first of the season. I pray that we don't see a lot of them.
I was thinking that would be like a great thing for a T-shirt. Hurricanes happen.
And unfortunately,
kind of like shit happens, and we could have like a hurricane that looks like poop.
Oh God!
Like a poop emoji. How about a poop emoji in a hurricane and a cruise ship?
Oh, geez, that
sounds
awful.
I think it's funny. I guess I have a sixth sense of humor.
Yes, you do.
Rosa Del Torres Fernandez says, how do you make arrangements for mobility issues on and off the ship? That's a broad question.
Yeah.
Go for it, Frank.
Well, I'm not sure how to answer that. I don't understand.
All right, I'll take it away.
On the ship, mobility issues. Well, first of all, you start when we book. If you need a handicap accessible cabin because you're in a wheelchair or a scooter, you got to make sure you book that because you're gonna need it. I'm in my wheelchair. Others are in their scooters. The cruise ships are relatively, easy to get around. I always say that, most of these ships are pretty much designed the same way. You know, there are certain areas of the ship that I can't get to, which are predominantly, you know, the upper decks where it's stair accessible only. But in terms of arrangements, if you book a handicap accessible cabin, you're going to have to fill out a special needs form. And you're going to have to tell the cruise line what you require. That's number one. So you've got the cabin booked. You're going to fill out this special needs form. Do you need...
and you're going to pick a cruise that doesn't have a lot of tenders. Ports.
Right.
So it's all about itinerary. It's all about planning. And it's all about what your needs are. So the biggest suggestion we would have is...
Well, again, there are actually two major important things, and yours is one of them, the tender. Because in most cases, there's no tendering. You're not going to get wheelchair and scooters down 15 steps into a moving tender boat. So we're going on this cruise on the NCL Escape, and one of the ports is Bar Harbor, Maine. And Bar Harbor, Maine is a tender port for every cruise ship because the waters are so shallow that, you know, you can't get a cruise ship to dock. There isn't one. They can't get close to shore. I can't get off in Bar Harbor. So there's a port out of 4 I can't go to. So tendering is number one. Now the other one that's important if you have mobility issues, wheelchair, scooter, is the number of handicap accessible restrooms on the ship. That's another major thing to look for.
Yes, if you're confined to a wheelchair.
If you're confined to a wheelchair or scooter.
Some people might not care about that.
If you're a cane or a walker and you can easily access the regular bathrooms, then that's great. But again, if you need the accessible cabin because of a wheelchair or scooter, then you're going to have that roll-in shower. You're going to request the bench to be in your shower. Do you need a toilet seat riser? There's a whole list of things that they're going to ask you whether you need on a special needs form.
We have a sample. It's on our Facebook page. There's a link in the description below. And the next question I want to get to is Anne, though, because she's asking about her transfer chair. She said, do you think that a transfer chair will be okay on the horizon? Only planning to get off at Cozumel to shop at the port. Mom walks short distances. If we need a regular chair, I will. Now, Frank and I talked about this at length.
Right.
We've got your question on, I believe, Facebook and in Cruise Chat. And so we'll answer it for you here. This is the best way I can describe it. So on the ship, we think that the right thing for you to do is to bite the bullet and either rent a chair, a full wheelchair for your mom, or rent one or borrow one. Some of the firehouses, you can borrow them for the week because the ships have, what do we call them, transitions, which you're going to have a hard time with the little wheels.
Right. Now, the floor transitions, it's a metal track. That's where the watertight steel doors close. And so you've got that metal track on the floor that's this high. And I have to remind him when he's pushing my wheelchair that he needs to
go backwards.
He needs to, because I can't even imagine someone in a transfer chair hitting that lip will go flying out. And a transfer chair is just that.
It's to get you from one chair to the other.
Simple, easy transfer. It's not meant to be out on the sidewalks, the streets, and to do any kind of heavy-duty traveling. It's a transfer chair.
So we suggest you either rent a chair, borrow a chair, buy a chair. You can get them relatively inexpensive if you're going to be cruising quite often. And we find that we use, 1-800-wheelchairs.com when we purchase Frank's chairs. So let's move on. Karen Vowell said Bayamo
Surf and Turf was excellent. Oh, the best scallop potatoes ever. Okay.
I don't do surf, so we're not planning on going there. Sorry.
We'll do the
But
turf.
thank you. Sue said Princess is great. Wanda, of course, agreed with Sue. Smiley face. I agree with Nurse Nancy. You should speak and with the Special Needs Department of Carnival. But really, we've lived it. Do yourself a favor. Don't push this issue with the transfer chair.
Yeah.
Just do it. Get a regular chair.
It's not meant. It's not meant for regular duty.
The wheels are too small.
Yeah.
You're gonna have issues getting up the curbs in Cozumel. You'll be great once you get in the mall.
The mall
there.
Oh, sure.
But I think it's going to be an issue. I really think it's going to be an issue, especially getting up that ramp.
Well, we've done it.
We've done it.
We've been there. We've
been
been
in
out
both
on the
ports.
sidewalks.
Yep.
We've been in the streets. Been in the malls. We've been through the ships. Trust me, a transfer chair is not going to be your friend.
Silo Steve says, I know you want a different line, but wouldn't the Jade 10-Day Southern Caribbean be a hoot? The ABCs? We've done it.
We did it already.
Been there. Done
Silo,
that.
Where were you?
Were you on the Jade?
Oh,
we were on an 11-day Southern Caribbean on the Jade.
Yeah, we
loved it.
Yes, it was my
Loved it.
Silo was my 60th birthday cruise, October 2017. We went with Dave and Darlene.
Check out the
Oh,
vlogs.
why couldn't you be with us?
So George said, have you ever did a Canadian? We are doing the Canadian New England cruise in 2 weeks.
We had it scheduled for 2015. We had to cancel it because we bought the new house. I said, can't have a new house and go on a cruise.
Okay, so I'm going to talk about the elephant in the room because I'm noticing
There's another one?
No, it's still the hurricane.
Oh.
But I'm noticing that a lot of people over the past week have been arguing about when hurricane season starts. And I'm going to tell you when hurricane season starts. Hurricane season starts when the first hurricane happens. So if you Google right now when the hurricane season is for 2019, it started May 23rd. So, Mary Ellen, I'm not going to say you're wrong that it starts in July, but this year it didn't. It started May 23rd. I think it was the 23rd. I could be wrong about the exact day, but it started in May. And that is what is that meteorology place?
Noah. What does Noah say?
Noah says that hurricane season starts when the first hurricane happens. The most activity that happens with hurricanes is usually...
Isn't it like September-ish?
It usually starts in July and goes to September.
Really?
Yeah.
That early? I thought it was like September-ish to the end of...
Usually the end of July into the end of September is the height of hurricane season, but hurricanes could be as late as November or December.
Right. You don't know when a storm is coming. We had that double storm that collided when we were on our way down the coast.
I keep losing chat here.
For our cruise, and it was bad for 2 days.
Aunt Josie says hi, Aunt Josie. She's in the pool.
You're in the pool?
She says she's coming to you from the pool.
Well, you go, girl.
Go, girl. Let's see what else. Canadian what? John Bolton says, Canadian what? Because he said, do you ever do a Canadian?
Oh, I know. I'm looking at the going, I'm sorry.
I was thinking that too.
Could you be a little bit more specific?
Right. John is in the MSC Yacht Club on January 5th on the Meraviglia. Now, John, have you ever sailed MSC? And if you haven't, have you ever sailed on any other cruise line? Because before you sail on MSC, MSC will match any of your highest status from any cruise line. So our Platinum Plus was matched from NCL, and we are now Black on
MSC, which is their highest level. So that's nice.
But you all have to be careful when you travel on MSC because after your first cruise, I think it's 3 years, 2 or 3 years, you have to cruise on them again, or else you lose your status. You don't keep your status.
They go matching thing doesn't last forever.
They ain't playing. Lenise Howe says, is it true that if you're traveling with someone in a wheelchair, you can longer board or depart early with them talking about NCL. Yeah, if you're traveling, so Lenise, if you're traveling with somebody in a wheelchair, handicapped passengers will be boarded first. But handicapped passengers are not disembarked first. So, like when you get to port, you're not going to get priority because you're handicapped.
You're going to get in line like everybody else.
So the way it works is on every cruise line, it doesn't matter what the cruise line is. If you are traveling with someone in a wheelchair and your whole party is there, then everyone will be boarded together. And they usually board Faster the Fun or what's the Royal Caribbean one? I can't think of what it's called. Anyways, each line has like
the key.
The key. Faster the Fun and the key will go, and the suite guests go, and then all the handicapped guests go, and then the regular guests start going through. Once you're on board and you get to a port, they will disembark the shore excursion people first. So if you have a shore excursion, then they'll open it up, and it's every man for himself.
Right, because shore excursion people it's time sensitive for them to get to the spot where they need to be to get the excursion. But other than that, Kevin and I, we are in line to get off the ship like everybody else.
Yep.
We have to fight for the elevators to get down to the gangway like everybody else.
Katie D says, hi guys, hi. And she would like to know if we would ever do a Scandinavian cruise.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely, it's been on our list. We almost booked, well, is that considered Scandinavian, what we almost booked? That's the Baltics.
Oh, we want to do the Baltics
We want to do the Baltics too.
And we want to do Scandinavia. We're talking like Norway.
I want to do like Tahiti.
I want to do Tahiti.
I want to do like Vietnam.
And I want to do England and Scotland and Ireland. Yeah, is it Rennie? Hi, Rennie.
So many cruises,
I
so
know.
little time.
We want to go see all our friends in the UK.
Hi,
we're going to be meeting our friends in the UK in 2 weeks when we see Gavin and Jamie. They're flying over from the UK, and we're going to be seeing them on the NCL Escape on our cruise. And likewise,
well, not only is Gavin and Jamie on our cruise, but Derek and Gregory from D&G Explorers.
Yeah, they're flying with Derek's mom from California to New York, where we'll see them on the Escape. We're going to see Tom and Sharon.
Gail Parrish.
Right.
And her family. We're going to see Nelson and Nancy Treadway.
Yeah.
And we're also going to see Cheryl Carroll's.
I think so.
Cheryl Carroll's. And then I don't know what her first name is, but her last name is Rosenblum.
Rosenblum family.
The Rosenblums.
And we also have been talking to people who are also doing the New England Canada cruise, but they're doing it on Carnival or Princess. So we're going to hopefully we may run into
they're all going to be looking for us.
Other cruisers as
funny.
we see their ships in dock, hopefully. Yeah.
Pamela SB would like to know, is there a way to tell if a port is tender versus non-tender just by looking at the itinerary on a cruise line's website? Well, normally they have it listed and it says tender, but not all cruise lines do that. So the best way you can do it is pick up the phone and speak to somebody. And I always suggest going with a travel agent.
Right.
Rather than the cruise line itself. So if you want our information of who we use, you can reach out to us and we will send you her information. You simply have to email us at
cruisingwithwheels@rochester.rr.com.
And remember, we also love to get your ideas for videos and your questions for our Q&A. It's the same email address.
Right.
What is it again, Frank?
It's cruisingwithwheels@rochester.rr.com.
You sound like a game show
I know.
host announcer or something like that. But anyways.
Cruising with Wheels, come on down. It's time to play. Let's board the NCL Escape.
So now we have 156 people in the chat room, which is very exciting
Yay.
and very hard to keep up with. So thank you all for being patient with us. Yeah, I just lost it again.
He's backtracking on the chat so we can see if we can get as many questions answered and things to talk about.
So there's
Okay.
Pamela's question.
Okay.
You're very welcome.
Don't a
Ann.
lot of the cruise lines have their sites?
Usually on their websites too.
We'll tell
say
them what is tendered and what is not.
So we have to say hi to Renee from England.
Yeah, I didn't know if it was Renee or Rennie.
Rennie?
Yeah,
Rennie?
I don't
Renee?
know, but I was making up names.
Yeah, well, to me, I look at it like French,
Okay.
but I could be wrong. I often am.
I think I might have Americanized her name.
Oh.
Sorry.
Oh. Zara. Now,
Ciara?
Ciara wants to know our itineraries out for Mardi Gras. Yeah, yes, they are. We are going on the Mardi Gras in 2021, and we are so excited, and I can't remember where we're going.
I don't know.
We weren't prepared for that question, but they are out for certain sailings.
Yes.
John says, when are you guys going on the Mardi Gras? Right after that. We're going on the Mardi Gras in February of 2021.
Yep.
We are going with our friends Dave and Darlene again, our sidekicks. So you will see them plentiful in the, what do you call it? In the vlogs.
In the vlogs.
And it is
usually with a drink in their hands.
And it is their first foray into Carnival.
Oh, yeah.
So we are going to have a great time introducing Dave to Guy's Burger Joint.
Yes.
Because he loves burgers.
He loves burgers like I love burgers, which, is hard. Lotta, it's hard when you're trying to lose weight.
Oh, Gavin Till is going on P&O's first mega ship for its inaugural cruise on the Iona.
Oh, awesome.
All right. Sue Vegas asked, are you going on Carnival? I think we just covered
Mardi Gras.
Sue. Let's see. Silas D says, KNF, I know I was on the same trip a month
you did
later
go on
the
that
Jade.
one.
Yes, it was fabulous.
I love it. We love the Southern Caribbean. We love the ABC Islands. Oh, that's right, because I remember, you're right.
That's right.
I remember you talking about Bonaire. And we were like, Bonaire, the donkeys.
Now, Sylvan's in the room. Hi, Sylvan. And Sylvan said, can a scooter make it from the ship to the mall in Porto Langasta, Cozumel? I remember an escalator there. Is there an elevator? I'm not sure which port that is because we've been to 2 different ports in Cozumel.
Right.
Both of them had elevators.
Right.
And there might be a third. I don't know. So my answer is I don't know, and I'm sorry. But I would say maybe. I don't know. What does it say? Kelly said in our area have the Masons that offer medical equipment for free. Google to see if there is one in your area.
Yeah, absolutely. If you're looking for things like that and to help yourself out, Google is your friend.
Lachey wants to know how your weight loss journey is going.
I know. I
had a garbage plate last night.
He had a garbage plate. Oh, yeah.
I don't know if any of you guys know what a garbage plate is, but I was talking with Tony from La Lita Loca about that when it was National Hot Dog Day. Again, all the channels that we've mentioned will be in the description once this saves to replay. I just have to put them in, so I'm sorry. But when I was talking with Tony, he didn't know, I think, what a garbage plate was. And a garbage plate is typically macaroni salad and home fries, right?
Yep.
And then you can get it a variety of ways.
Right.
I get mine with 2 hot dogs, so everything's piled on top of each other.
It's a pile. It's a garbage.
So you've got the potatoes on this side, and the mac salad on this side, and then the hot dogs on top of that, and then you generally has everything on top of it.
Right.
So I get mine with hot sauce and onions. But when we say hot sauce in our city, it's a meat-based hot sauce.
Very meaty. Yeah.
We're not talking like Red Hot.
Like Red Hot liquid. Yeah, it's a meaty hot sauce.
Right. So
almost like you would say like a loose chili.
It's so good, guys. It sounds disgusting, but it's good.
We have Gloria Ferry wants to know how often do we do group cruises. Well, next January 2020 is our first group cruise.
This January
Coming up in 2020. It's the first one we've ever done and planned. So we'll let you know how that goes and whether there'll be a second one. The jury's out on that.
Right now, I'm kind of thinking, guys, that what I was looking for was probably like a June cruise in 2021 for the next group cruise. We're still discussing it. The itineraries aren't out yet for the time frame that we're looking.
Yeah. At the rate we're going with all these cruises planned on our calendars, I may never eat again preparing for all these cruises here at home. It's hard to when we come back, it's going to be almost October, and we'll just have October, November for Thanksgiving, December for Christmas, and then boom, we're in January preparing for the group cruise. That's a lot of holidays and food coming my way. So, yeah, weight loss. Do I look thinner? Do I look fatter?
So, thank you, Mary Ellen, for sharing that information, because I couldn't remember if it was 2 or 3 years, but Mary Ellen has just now said that even if you earn status on MSC, you'll lose it if you don't cruise again with them for over 3 years.
Ron M. says, what did you think about the NCL Bliss? She was beautiful.
And I wanted to say, I saw your comment, Tony Wilson, in the chat room that you're going to be going on the Bliss in 2021. I want you to take notes while you're on the NCL Encore, because the NCL Encore is exactly the same, pretty much, as the Bliss is going to be for you. So
she was absolutely gorgeous.
I basically copied it.
If you're thinking about booking the Bliss, watch our Bliss vlogs.
And don't hesitate.
And look at our, we did the final video, which is our final thoughts on the NCL Bliss. We give you the pros and the cons and the pluses and the minuses and, what we thought. So, she's beautiful.
I just have to say, though, if anybody in the sound of my voice is going on the NCL Bliss, you have to book a reservation at Q, Texas Barbecue. It was the best meal I think we've ever had on a cruise. Don't you think? The desserts would make you want to slap your mama. They were so good.
Brian George says, have a cruise in October and I twisted my knee and was wondering if I could get assistance even though it's a temporary. Absolutely.
Sure.
You surely can. If you have a knee problem and you have problem walking, just because it's not a permanent disability doesn't mean you cannot arrive at that cruise port and say, I need a wheelchair. And at least get the port terminal to get you in a wheelchair, they'll take you through the process, they will wheel you up on board, and if that's pretty much all you need,
Where was his question?
Well, he was there. Now I don't know what you did with them. Keep going.
This way or the other way? I feel like I'm going to sneeze.
Stop. Great to know. Thanks. Oh, God, there he goes.
I told you I was going to sneeze.
Great to know. Thanks for your help. Hopefully I won't need it. Well, okay. I hope you don't, because I hope you're mobile to be able to really enjoy it. But if you do, and anybody out there, whether it's temporary or permanent physical issue, before I had my wheelchair, we were on Carnival. The minute we pulled up to the port, because I think we rented a chair that year, and it was waiting in the cabin, but so I didn't have my own. We got to the port, and Kevin got out and immediately said to the people outside, I need a port wheelchair right now. They brought it outside, got me out of the cab, into the chair, and from the chair to the ship, and he went up and got my wheelchair. So there are people to help you.
So Lachey's graduating in 2021, and she's taking a cruise through Thailand. First of all, let me say congratulations on graduating. And secondly, I am very jealous. Carol is going on a Mexican Riviera cruise in January of 2020 on the Carnival Panorama.
Oh, nice.
Yay! El Rondo just did a Norway, Iceland, Scotland cruise in May. Very jealous. Very, very, very jealous. Where are you going here? Kevin and Frank?
Yeah, Swan. And I'm going to say Sylvia.
Oh, Sylvia.
Yeah. Kevin and
How
Frank.
do you call your lover boy?
Stop.
Oh, lover boy.
Stop. What's a movie text? Kevin and Frank, are you coming to meet us for dinner on Saturday with Derek. No, I know that the guys are flying in early. So are Gavin and Jamie. But no, we live here in New York. And when we fly out of New York, we sail out of New York City, we fly the day of. It's a 45-minute flight.
Right. I was just going to say we got to give them context.
Yeah.
We're like a, 8-hour drive?
Yeah, we're an 8-hour drive from Rochester down to New York City, and it's a 45-minute flight. So we get our Sunday morning 6 a.m. flight from Rochester to New York City, and boom, the car picks us up, takes us right to the port terminal. So no, we're not going to be there. We only do a day ahead if we're doing a sailing out of Miami or Fort Lauderdale or whatever.
So Fatima would like to know, would you take 2 teenagers on a 10-day cruise that are 18 and 19, a boy and a girl, if they were your grandkids?
Oh, okay, he would say no. I have children. I have no grandchildren, and I don't think that grandchildren are in the cards for me, because the 3 of my children have yet to produce anything, and at the stage in their age, I don't think it's going to happen.
I think what you need to ask yourself is, because that's a broad question.
Yeah.
Again, it depends on the children.
Yeah.
Okay. So
know your audience.
I'm not going to name names. We've talked about this before, about maybe one day taking the nephews or niece or nephew on a cruise or whatever. There are certain nieces and nephews I would take on a cruise,
right,
and others I wouldn't.
Right.
So you have to know the children,
right,
obviously, and that would be on you whether you think you can rein them in, or they'll behave
you're
or whatever.
with them, you know them.
I do want to tell them something though, because this is important. If you decide to do this, the kids can't sail in a room by themselves because they're underage. They can't be booked in a room by themselves. So you need to be booking this cruise, if you're going to do this, with a competent travel agent who will book you so that one of you is in the cabin with the boy and one of you is in with the cabin with the girl. And then after you guys check in, they'll switch it out so that the 2 of them can be in the room by themselves if that's how you want it.
Right.
But check with the cruise line, because not all cruise lines allow that to happen.
Right.
So I'm speaking in particular to Carnival and Royal and NCL. I know for sure those 3. You have to be booked within 5 cabins of 5 cabin proximity
of the primary booker.
adult.
Yeah.
So just check with your cruise line before you do anything.
And then you encompass the. Is their sail and sign ship card going to be part of your account? How are you going to be able to control their spending? Can they be trusted with money? Can they be trusted out of your sight to be a little bit on their own? I mean, there's so many factors involved in taking kids and teenagers with you on a cruise.
So George says, can someone determine if they might get seasick? No.
Yeah, I went on my first cruise way back in 2001. I'd never been on a ship. I had no clue whether I was going to get seasick or not. I remember we boarded the NCL Sky, and 90% of everyone that was boarding had the patch.
I need that, please.
And I thought, oh my God, they've all got the patch on. And I thought, holy crap.
Excuse me.
Do they know something I don't? And what if I did get sick? Luckily, I didn't, and I've never been sick in all these years on a ship.
All the cruises I've been on, one time I got sick.
Yeah. Big storm.
It was a huge storm, and half the crew were seasick, so I didn't feel so bad.
It was bad. And there's a lot of medications, whether they're prescription or over the counter or holistic natural remedies that you can take. And Renee, I knew I Americanized your name.
Did I get it right?
Yes.
Oh. So Carol Savard said hello from Quebec, Canada. Hey, sorry we're not going to get that high. That didn't come out right. sorry we're not going to travel that far up on this next cruise, but maybe one time when we're in Quebec, we will say hello. I have relatives that are in Thunder Bay, so I don't think that's as far as Quebec, but it's getting up there, right?
Yeah, I thought Thunder Bay was way up there.
Yeah, it's way up there.
Yeah.
It is up there. Where are we going now?
Did you answer Steve McCord's question?
Nope, I'm trying to catch up.
Kevin, is there any websites to get more info on particular ships than what the cruise line tells you?
Well, I don't know what in particular you're looking for, Steve, but I always go on and check out what Cruise Critic has to say. In particular, the reviews that the people that have cruised on the ship leave, right? We always check those. But
and you got to take it with
yes.
Yeah, take reviews with a grain of salt.
Grain of salt.
Because everyone is different, and what I thought was a horrible cruise, he thought was a good cruise.
Right.
And we live in the same house.
And there's cruiseline.com
Yes.
and there's Shipmate.
Yes.
And there's so much information out there. But you just have to take everything with a grain of salt, because I'll tell you, and it goes back to Frank did a pushes back about the crazy cult cruisers.
Yes.
So there's people that absolutely love Carnival, and if you say anything bad about them, they will cut you in your sleep.
They'll cut you.
There are NCL cruisers that are like that.
Yeah.
There are Princess cruisers like that. There are people that are so drank the Kool-Aid kind of thing with their cruise line.
You can't say anything
they'll
bad.
say horrible things about the other lines. So just take everything with a grain of salt. That's all we say.
Yeah, just read it and say, Read as much as you can. Research.
John Bolton said that they pack meds just in case. So do we.
Yeah, absolutely.
Always. And Ken Preston, I saw this a while ago, and I know we're far behind on chat. I'm trying to catch up. So we'll try to keep every answer brief. Okay, Frank?
Okay, I'll try.
So we can try to catch up. Have you ever found any cruise ducks? And do you have any CWW ducks to hide? Number one, we do not hide the ducks. It irritates the crew, and we are very close friends with a lot of the crew members from over the years.
Oh, boy.
And you guys that are spending money on these ducks and hiding them, if nobody's found them, they go through the ship and they throw them out. So it's up to you. If you want to do it and it's a fun thing, great, do it. We don't find it fun. We've got a lot of things to do when we're on the ship other than just having a good time. So we do not have any Cruising with Wheels ducks.
No.
If you're interested, I'll look into trying to figure out how we could do that.
That would be cute, though.
It would be cute. I don't know how we would do it, but it's an interesting idea.
Rob Mayo, I am dying to make that cannoli cheesecake.
Lisa Anderson says the garbage plate in Rochester, New York is delicious. It's a
the best.
Local delicacy.
Yeah.
It
And
really
you can't
is.
just, in a lot of places here in Rochester, try to duplicate the original garbage plate.
Which was from Nick Tahoe's.
Right, Nick Tahoe's here. And you just can't be done.
I'm a connoisseur. Oh, it can.
Well,
There's only one
place.
And that's Charlie's in Webster, New York. Shout out to Charlie's. Charlie's! I love them.
Ron M. Cruise Chat is my Facebook chat room. If you go to Facebook and type in Cruise Chat, click to join. I'll see your name and I'll approve to get you in. And as I said, if you weren't here earlier, we have, as of this morning, 1,600. Oh, okay.
I've approved people while we're sitting here.
Oh, okay. So I'm going to say we're pushing 1,700 members in our Facebook Cruise Chat online group, sharing all their experiences and pictures and do's and don'ts and helpful tips.
Sylvan Forrest says that we should try some poutine while we're in Canada, New England, which it is on our list. And why does that chat keep doing that?
The chat just all of a sudden goes,
I'm trying to catch up and it just goes away. There it is. So we are going to try that while we're there if I can find some.
We actually have a little restaurant on the list. Is it in Halifax? I think it's in Halifax. God, I hope it's still there.
Matt Burns wants to know. Hi, Matt.
Hi, Matt.
Are people better behaved on the longer cruises?
No.
Yes, I think they are.
I don't think so.
I think they are. I think when you get a longer cruise, you have less children. You have a little bit older crowd, a little bit more responsible crowd.
Crazy people have no sense of time or restraint. Crazy is just crazy.
Well, it does depend on the cruise line, too.
You know, so, yeah.
Laura said, oops, gotta go. Seahawks just kicked off. Bye, Laura.
Bye, Laura. And we have, hold on. Oh, Philip Herons for another one from the UK. Hey, our UK friends.
I don't even know where you see that. Oh,
He's
I
right
see it there. Hi. Liz J says, could you jump way down? I'm trying to go in order.
I'm trying to follow.
Liz J says, I'm going on the NCL Bliss in October of 2020 and appreciate your suggestions to eat at Q Barbecue. Do you have a second specialty dining suggestion? Well. We loved Cagney's.
Oh, always,
Cagney's is always a must.
Right.
We loved Q. What was the other
Q
place
Barbecue.
we went? Oh, Las Lobos.
Las Lobos was good.
Was really good.
You know, never had a bad meal at La Bistro.
Right, La Bistro. We didn't have La Bistro when we were on the Bliss, though. So, because I've heard questionable things.
Oh, really?
I've been reading a lot about that lately. And, you know, right, I was just going to say, Silo Steve says on the Bliss for lunch, try Margaritaville. Yeah. It was so tasty, and try dinner at Teppanyaki.
Oh,
Teppanyaki is always good.
Yeah,
but I want to say that Margaritaville is one of those places that you can go to for breakfast. They don't have a full breakfast buffet, but if you find that the buffet is really crowded, hop on over to Margaritaville.
Good
It'll be much
tip.
Quieter.
Oh, I'm all for quiet.
Let's see. Midwest Katie says, do you have an itinerary that you are just over? Bahamas. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I know it's going to be a touchy.
We're kind of over Bahamas. We're over St. Thomas. We're over Martin.
I like St. Thomas.
St. Martin's. We've done it. We want to get to St. Croix, St. John's.
St. John's. I want to get back to St. John's.
We want. There's all the other islands that we
Virgin Gorda.
Yeah, we want the other islands out there that we want to get to. And again,
St. Lucia.
Yes, St. Lucia. So yeah, we want to do those islands, and it's hard to get again the ship that's compatible for me, the time of the year, the cruise line, the price. All kind of rolled in.
Kelly is absolutely right. 18, 19-year-olds cannot gamble or drink when they're on the cruise ship. But that doesn't mean that they can't get their hands on liquor, and that doesn't mean that they can't put money in the machine at the slot machines, because we've seen 8-year-olds playing at the slot machine. Yeah. So, yeah.
Shane Lutz, hello from Chicago.
Chicago.
Oh, Shane, say hi to my two kids, Catherine and Matthew. They live in Chicago.
I could put my foot in a deep dish right now.
Oh,
that sounds so good. We don't have good deep dish pizza.
No, we do not. It's sad.
But we do have good pizza.
It's a crime.
Ooh, I could try that new Little Caesars pizza.
Oh, the Quattro?
The Quattro. It looks so interesting.
It did. Oh, God.
What else?
Okay. Nurse Nancy, do you guys have an opinion about doing ship excursions at Dominican Republic?
Where are you seeing that?
We still venture out just a little bit.
You skipped a question again.
I'm sorry. It's all this movement.
I know. That would be more for me.
Yeah,
Do you guys have read that again? Do you guys have an opinion about doing ship
excursions Dominican Republic? I think I will still venture out just a little bit, like venture out on your own.
Well, it's going to depend on where you go in the Dominican Republic, first of all, number one. So I would ask you which port in Dominican Republic you're going to. We were at
I don't know. I didn't get off.
La Marana.
Sure.
La Marana. It was the one with the penis.
I don't know.
Wooden penis. Pinocchio's missing piece. So anyways, check out, Nurse Nancy, check out our NCL Jade vlogs. There's a, if you want to go to the specific episode, it was Pinocchio's missing piece. And it probably is the episode before that and the episode after that, where I was in Dominican Republic. I would highly suggest, if you're going to do anything, to do a shore excursion if you're not interested in anything other than shopping,
Right.
because I literally was on for.
It was a long time. Weren't you on the tender boat?
Well, I'm saying on the island. I was on the island for like maybe an hour. And there's nothing there really where we were.
So I couldn't get off.
He couldn't get off.
It was a tender, and again, it was a port I had to miss. So bummer on that. So I had to wait for the video.
Jenny Hess wants to know, does anyone do the roll call on Cruise Critic before they cruise?
Yes,
I do.
Yeah.
If you can find me on Cruise Critic, then I will give you applause. We've never really said what our name is on Cruise Critic. I only have a Cruise Critic name. But I am on Cruise Critic. I always do the roll call. I always look through it. And I just joined our Cruise Critic roll call this morning at 1 a.m. in the morning, because that's right, people. When you're over a certain age and you eat a garbage plate smothered in hot sauce, yeah, wake up at 1 in the morning.
Gosh. I got up at 5. Oh, gosh.
Joan says that she's going on the Epic in March for their 31st anniversary. They love NCL and they're so excited, and they're going on their 5th NCL cruise. Congratulations.
Awesome.
And I hope you have a great time. The Epic has weird staterooms. Yeah. So be prepared. You're going to have a shower on one side and a toilet on the other side, and your sink is going to be in your
everything is separate.
bed area.
Everything is separate. I don't like that.
Yeah. So, well, it's a little bit different for
handicap rooms is all
spot.
together, but even if I wasn't, I wouldn't be going. I'd be like,
Travis Travel says, always, always wash your hands.
Yes.
Oh my God, where did it go?
Yeah, right. Stop. He's right.
Always, always wash your hands to help prevent neurovirus. No one wants to be confined to their room while on their cruise. And I'm going to up the ante on your statement. Nobody wants to get neurovirus from you or anybody else who hasn't washed their hands.
That's right.
And I'm not saying that Travis doesn't wash his hands.
He does.
But I'm saying that if you see somebody that isn't washing their hands in the bathroom, you call them out. I am a bathroom Nazi.
He is. Oh my God.
If you see me and you haven't washed your hands, if you're even looking in the direction of the door, I will call you out.
I'm usually out there waiting, and I'm like, what took you so long? You know, you go in, you come, and you're out. He's like, oh, he got into a big fight with somebody in the bathroom because they went and did their business and was heading to the door.
Matt Burns wants to know, what is the biggest ripoff on the cruise ship? What do you think is the biggest ripoff?
It's the jewelry, the watches, and all that gold and crap.
And you know what? I'm going to go with that too, but I'm also going to say that I feel like the biggest ripoff, and I don't allow it anymore, is my time. When I say that, it's the photographers insisting on taking my picture as I get off the ship, as I get on the ship, when I'm in the hallway, when I'm at dinner, we respectfully decline most of the time, unless we're both looking nice and it's a special occasion.
Halloween, we had our picture taken if you're dressed up or whatever. Birthdays.
And I bet Matt Burns wasn't expecting me to say that. The biggest ripoff is my time, because I'm only on the cruise for 7 days.
It's like, people, stop bothering me. Go. Yeah. I remember that one lady. What did she say? The lady was at the next table, and the photographer went up. Oh, I can take your picture, and she was like, "Be gone with you. Yeah. Be gone." And
I mean, that was rude.
That was rude. I mean, we wouldn't do that. Usually, we pick up our camera and we say, "Oh, you don't want to take a picture of us. We want to take a picture of you."
And it scares the hell out of them because they don't want their picture taken.
I know, but that lady was like, "Be gone with you. Be gone."
So Kelly says, cruising the Southern Caribbean from Boston in November. I usually don't get seasick, but I've got Sea-Bands, Dramamine, non-drowsy, essential oils, and green apple candies to pack.
Oh, yum. You are prepared.
I love Motion-Ease.
Oh, yeah.
It works in like 5 minutes on me.
It's a tiny little vial. It's a little thing. And you dab the end
and you put it behind your ears.
You go like that. And
In like 5 minutes, I was so much better.
Cured.
I was retching for 2 days. And I was cured in 5 minutes. Let's see here.
Wanda's jonesing for some pizza now.
I'm sorry, Wanda. I'm jonesing for pizza now, too. Guess who's getting pizza tonight?
Jeez.
Although I like that Speedy's place.
Yeah,
that was really
Speedy's
good.
was good.
Let's see. La Mirada. Let's see. La Mirada. Okay, there. Just going to La Romano. You know what, Nurse Nancy? I'm going to double check when we get done with the live stream, and I'll message you and see if that's where we went. I'm pretty sure that's where we were. So I would book an excursion.
Ciara Ramos, she is doing the parasailing like you did.
Yeah.
Belize parasailing, yeah.
It was so fun.
Any tips on what to wear for it? What was your experience?
Your bathing suit.
Yeah, definitely.
You're going to get wet.
You're going to get wet.
You're going to get wet, and you're going to, I have to say that if you wear glasses, prescription, or sunglasses, either one, you need to get those little things that go around to hold your glasses
eyeglass,
eyeglass holder thing.
Yeah, thank you. I think that's what I have on the checklist. It's called eyeglass holder. Yeah.
Because you're up 500 feet in the air, and it's very breezy.
Right. And if you're like Kevin, who is totally blind without his glasses, we travel with an extra pair of his eyeglasses that I carry for him. So if he were to come down and go, oh my God, I got knocked and the thing didn't hold, my glasses are in the ocean, we're screwed because I can't walk and he can't see, and I don't know what we're gonna do.
And you should wear closed-toed shoes. Don't wear flip-flops or sandals.
They'll fall off, right?
They'll fall off. Or sometimes, like, I took my shoes off because they dipped me. They double dipped me because it was my birthday that day.
Wow. Tammy Monk, if you are unable to go to a port.
Where'd it go? There it is.
Yeah, if you are unable, she's up there now. If you're unable to go to a port because it's a tender port and you are handicapped, do you think we should be reimbursed for the port fee? Yes, I know the ship still docks.
No.
Not going to happen.
First, it's not going to happen, so it doesn't.
Should we be?
I don't think that's fair.
Well, I think we should. But
no, because I'm going to tell you why we shouldn't. I'm going to tell you why you shouldn't. Because the ship is docking there, and the ship has to pay docking fees.
Right.
And that's why we're paying those fees. So, irregardless of whether you get off or you stay on the ship,
we're there.
You're there
we're
in
there.
the dock.
Right.
And that's what you're paying the port fee for. So, there you go. That's my opinion.
Okay, let's see.
Kevin and Sylvia Swan says, Kevin and Frank, it's a shame we don't get into San Juan until 5:30. At 5:30 will be dark. Darn it, would have liked to see San Juan in the daylight. But you don't know. They have it on the itinerary for 5:30. But I have a feeling that we'll probably get there about 3.
And we've been through San Juan.
And we've docked that late. We've docked where it said you're going to dock at 5:30, and we got there at like 3:30, 3 o'clock.
Well, we've been in San Juan in the dark.
Beautiful
and it's beautiful. The lights are on. The music is playing. It's a nice, lively nighttime, kind of nightclub carnival atmosphere in the street. So.
Mm-hmm. Darn this chat today. Kevin, let's see. Kevin, that's where you and I are alike, because if I see someone not washing their hands, I jump all over them.
That's right.
That's right. Everybody needs to be responsible. John Bolton wants to know, what do you guys think about the piano bars?
Oh, we love the piano bars.
Love them.
And we have, you remember her name that we always see on the cruises? She plays the
Tatiana.
Tatiana. She's always at Sugarcane.
Well, she's all over. Last cruise we were on, she was at Sugarcane.
Yeah.
But
we filmed her. We have a vlog of her.
We do, and that was the NCL Getaway. I think that was the Getaway. But she was also on our NCL Jade cruise. Yeah. She's been on a lot of cruises that we really like them. But that's not actually the piano bar itself.
Right.
On NCL, NCL has dueling pianos. Mm-hmm. Excellent show. You should go. The thing I don't like about dueling pianos is they really, really, I mean, they just, don't get me wrong when I say this, because they deserve their tips. But Frank didn't go to the show. You had a headache that night. Yeah. It was Dave and Darlene and I. and you write your request down and you put it on the piano, but they won't play it unless you've given them a tip.
Oh.
And I think that's shady.
I think it is too. I paid my money.
Right.
I paid my money for the cruise. You're the entertainment. There was nothing in my cruise contract that says you won't play whatever unless I give you more money.
Right.
BS.
So anyways, let's go past that because I don't want to make anybody mad. Kimberly says, I'm going to San Juan next month. Any tips on seeing the city? We are not doing an excursion at that port. So if you're there for the day and you are going to not go back to the ship for lunch, we would probably say eat at Riesi's. Mm-hmm. Right?
But, get into Old San Juan.
Old San Juan's great.
And there was I can't remember, years and years ago, we were at a really great.
Make sure you go see the fort.
Yeah. Oh, yes, the fort. We were there at the fort. We ate at a great restaurant. Sangria was flowing freely. Mm-hmm. It was really great. And that's the part I miss is not being able to get out and about and to see all the sights that I was used to seeing when you're mobile.
Midwest Katie wants to know, what do we think of people who sleep in the public areas? Ugh.
Ugh, tacky, and crass. And it's just rude, and people have no manners.
I think if you want to take a nap, you should go back to your cabin. And I think if you're sleeping on the pool deck on a lounger, that's different. But if you're in a lounge or you're at a table with your head down, we've seen that.
On the observation deck, lounge, and you've kicked off your shoes and you're sprawled out on a couch, snoring away and curled up please, go to your cabin.
George wants to know, are there any types of credit cards that the different cruise line companies do not take? Nope, they take every major credit card. I will say that some of the cruise lines will not take a prepaid. So if you go to Rite Aid, CVS, your local grocery store or whatever, and get a prepaid green dot card or whatever, they won't take those in a lot of the cases. And I don't want to get the hate mail that, I went on the cruise and I did that, because some cruise lines still allow it, but others do not. I say if you're going to do a green dot or a prepaid, just take the cash and give them the cash. It's way easier. And then you don't have the argument.
Right. Well, that's true. Well, because a lot of people I know are uncomfortable carrying cash.
Yeah.
That's, we certainly understand that. Tips on excursions.
What about this?
Hold on.
See it?
Oh, yeah,
the
Aruba.
one I just read.
Oh. Right, Aruba. Is that the one you're?
Yeah,
that's
the
next
next one.
Right, that's the one I said.
Okay, I didn't see it there.
Yeah, what excursions? Well, we got to Aruba, and we didn't do any excursions again.
We took a casino excursion.
Yeah, we really did. That's where we went. Because finding a handicap accessible excursion, they are few and far between. So excursions are very frustrating for us. They're probably one of the most frustrating issues we have when we cruise. So anybody in the room, tips on excursions?
I have a tip for Eric. He needs to email us at cruisingwithwheels@rochester.r.com, and I'm going to tell you why, Frank. Because Dave and Darlene went on an excursion when they were in Aruba, and they absolutely loved it. Sorry, we went black for a minute. They absolutely loved it. So if you email me, I will find out from Dave and Darlene what that name of that excursion was and where they went. They went to some beach, and they said it was like they were on Survivor. Right. They said it was amazing.
Now, that's when I went to Aruba the first time, 10 whatever plus, way back when I was mobile, that's where we went. We went to the beach, and it was absolutely gorgeous. And the taxis, they're all lined up, and they just shuttle you back and forth. And we all, it was 10 of us on the cruise, and we all, one by one, grabbed a taxi and zipped off to the beach. And that's where we spent most of the day.
John said that they had so much fun at the piano bar on the Escape that he wants to do it again on the Sunrise. Well, the Escape piano bar is going to be very different from the Sunrise bar, because the Escape is a dueling pianos, right? The Sunrise is just a piano bar, I think, with one person.
Oh.
If it's going to be like your typical, we don't know. We've never been on Carnival Sunrise. But the sunrise, if it's like the other carnival ships that we've been on, we'll have just one person playing in the piano bar, which was great. And, I sang along with some of them, so that was cool. Why would anyone fall asleep in the lounges?
Ziara Ramos, what kind of currency do you guys use? Keep going. While in port, and if you don't have a prepaid card, we always use U.S. currency.
Yeah, we always use currency, and the prepaid cards, guys. I want to put out there too. They're not as protected as an actual credit card. So the best protection you'd have is with a credit card, a regular credit card that you have to apply and be approved for.
In terms of fraud and overcharges or whatever. Yeah.
Theft. The second one would be your debit card through your bank. That's the next protected. And then comes the prepaids. They're really not, people think that they're the same as a credit card. They really aren't. And I get that information from my father, who was in banking for 45 years. Because I've had this argument with some of our subscribers,
I'm sure you have.
And they've said that I don't know what I'm talking about. That it's the same thing.
Shahara Summerhill, have you ever been to Mr. Sancho's in Cozumel?
No, we generally walk by it.
Yes, we walk by it. So, we usually go, oh, Mr. Sancho's. And then we keep going.
We have a tendency not to go to the chains, which would be Mr. Sancho's and Senior Frogs.
Right.
I know a lot of people have a good time there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God, you just got to look in and they're all having a great time.
But we like to go to the small businesses. The local establishments. And get the local flair.
Yeah.
That's why we like in San Juan, we like Riesi's. They have Con.
We go to the markets.
Oh my God, it's so good.
Artwork we bought from local artists. We want to support the local people, whether it's artwork or lunch, for food or whatever.
But I do know that quite a few of our subscribers have been to Mr. Sancho's in Cozumel, and they say that that's one of the better Mr. Sancho's that they have out there. So I would say go for it. Cozumel's a place to be.
See? Lana Lachey, I love me Sancho. We kayaked. The food was great. There were plenty of loungers and day beds. Drinks were watered down. Uh-oh. Kevin wouldn't like that.
Where's that? Mr. Sancho's?
Lachey, yeah.
Oh, I would walk my fanny right back up and say, I'm sorry. You better fix this.
Oh my God. Renee said in Aruba you can get to the public, get on a public bus to the hotel area and spend the day on the beach. There are lots of bars and places to eat. The bus station is so close opposite the ship. Good tip.
Fathom would like to know, do all major cruises guarantee, and I'm assuming cruise lines, guarantee that you're on time return with their excursions? So, first of all, nobody can ever guarantee that you're going to be back on time for your excursion. However, if you have booked your excursion through the cruise line, then you are guaranteed that the cruise ship will wait for you. If they do not wait for you, it is their responsibility to get you to the next port. I know that it sounds inconvenient, however, we've been on a few cruises where people were on ship-sponsored excursions that they didn't make it back for whatever reason, a flat tire of the bus or whatever. Remember there was that one where they missed the ferry.
The ferry.
And the cruise line arranged for everybody to get a boat ride or a ferry ride to the next stop or whatever, put them up in a hotel for the night. I know it's inconvenient, but at least you're getting to the ship, right?
Right. You're not stranded.
Yep.
Right.
What else we got?
Let's see.
Does time fly by on the ship? Sometimes it does, Matt. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes I'm like, oh my God, is this ever going to end?
No. At the times when we're like, oh, wow, it's only such and such a time, we usually turn to each other and go, are you hungry? And then we're like, we're eating like every 2 hours, and it's because we're bored. for some reason. And it's like, all right, well, let's just grab a little nosh and then let's go film over here.
Right.
Or we're done filming. We're like, oh my God, we got that done. You want to go grab a real quick something? It's always about eating.
And it's horrible. I'll be pushing him around and I'll be like, I got to get an ice cream. I got to get a hot dog. I got to get a burger.
Oh my gosh.
I got to have that Jell-O.
Why?
And he's like, why do you want Jell-O?
I know. Gosh.
For God's sake, get the carrot cake instead or something.
Yeah. But I won't have it unless it's real carrot cake, which usually is few and far between.
So I feel like for me personally, a 5-day cruise just isn't long enough. Although our cruise to Bermuda in June will be a 5-day cruise.
And that's okay because it's
okay,
just Bermuda.
It's one stop.
Right.
But I feel like 5 days isn't enough for me. 7 days is okay. 8, 9 day is kind of perfect. Anything longer than that is kind of like, by that 9th day, I'm ready to go home.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to go home and see my babies.
So,
yeah.
John Bowen said the District Brew House on the Escape had just a single piano player. They have a piano in the brew house.
Really?
I didn't know that.
I know.
None of the other ships we've been on have had a piano in the brew house. Although I could have missed it. I could have missed it because when I'm taking my pictures for the ship tour, we're in and out, and we don't drink beer.
Oh, God, no.
So the brew house is not a place where I'm hanging out.
No, beer has never touched these lips.
Mary Ellen Dillon said that her next cruise is a 5-day, and she wishes it was longer. I bet you do. I wish that our Bermuda was going to be a little bit longer. I wonder what they would feel about a Bermuda cruise for a group cruise.
Yeah, I don't know.
That might be interesting. We could do more group excursions.
Right,
then.
right, because you
And Bermuda's very flat.
Right, you get there and you're in Bermuda for so many days.
And
so
there's a lot to do.
Yeah.
And we could do our research.
Right.
On our next.
I know.
cruise.
I'm excited to go. I went to Bermuda the first time back in 1979. I was like 22. I just wanted to take a little vacation by myself. I went there for like a couple of days. I flew there, kind of hung out at the beach, hotel, blah, blah, blah. I had a great time. I was alone, but every night people invited me over to their table to join them for dinner or drinks. So I met a lot of people, went to the casino there. Yeah, so it was nice.
Seven Force wants to know if it's a backdrop behind us or is it a painted wall.
Oh, we'll never tell.
And he loves that.
That's all that matters.
It's the magic of YouTube. I will tell you, though, it is not a green screen.
Touch, knock.
It's not a green screen.
Knock, knock, knock.
We don't do green screens
No.
here at Cruising with Wheels. Where are we? Oh, it's up there. Joe Fontanello. I didn't notice him in the room before this.
Oh, yeah, I noticed him.
Well, hello, Joe. Anyways, he said, just thought of something. That lady sleeping with her bare feet up on a chair. I should have gone over and played This Little Piggy Went to Market and had some fun.
Oh,
I agree.
God.
I agree.
It's funny.
I would have tickled her.
Nurse Nancy says, Bermuda or bust.
Oh, really? You want to go to Bermuda, Nurse Nancy? Sounds good.
Bermuda.
Because I said Bermuda. Because I think...
Mary Ellen Dillon says, my company has an office in Bermuda.
Well, you don't want to work when you're there.
Don't let them know.
Ooh, look at that. Oh, Margaret. We still have 142 people in chat.
Brian George says, thanks, guys, for your response. Didn't realize having a handicap you would meet so many good and so many bad people. Yeah, you know, the good people, the bad people, they're here at home, they're in the grocery stores, they're in the clothing stores, and they're on cruise ships. They're everywhere.
And I have to say,
the good and the bad.
I want to say this too, because you know, I've had conversations where people have said, "Oh, you handicapped people are so nice. Handicapped people are so nice." Well, handicapped people can be assholes too.
Oh my God, we've seen some people that I just want to God to lift me up, float me out of my chair, and bitch slap them. How rude.
I know.
It's like there's no reason to be
Meredith
nasty.
says Bermuda sounds great too.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what we'll have to do. I think that somebody named Kevin is going to be doing some research on 2021 cruises to Bermuda.
Group cruise to Bermuda. Woo!
Bermuda out of Boston.
Boston.
I wonder if celebrity goes to
I know.
Bermuda.
Now we're going to be researching, what ports, different cruise lines, who's going there. Sylvain Forrest just called everybody out. You go, Sylvain. 143 people watching and only 62 thumbs up. What?
Say what? Sign us. John Bolton said, "Sign us up for the Bermuda cruise. We're going.
They're going
again.
Yeah.
So they must love it.
Yeah.
The only thing that I have to say about Bermuda that Michelle was a little upset about. Michelle.
Yes.
Michelle. So my coworker, Michelle, went on a cruise to Bermuda recently for her anniversary, and she was like, "Where's the pink sand?"
Oh.
Because the sand really isn't pink.
I don't remember.
I mean, it is pink. It's got little pink things in it, but you really can't see it.
Okay, Rick. Have a good dinner.
Bye, Rick.
See? Trav's Travel Channel. Be interested in Cruise to Bermuda in 2021.
I'm writing it down. I'm writing it down. Bermuda. How do we spell that?
She's so bad. B-U-R-Muda.
Muda.
Oh, gosh.
I bet Dave and Darlene would be up for that, too.
Oh, yeah, they would.
And it would be nice for us because then we could...
We'll have experienced it
in
June of 2020.
Right.
So we'll kind of have a Bermuda cruise under our belt, and we'll kind of, while we're there, kind of do research for a Bermuda for the following year group cruise. So we got more homework. More homework.
See, and I know we would say we wouldn't take an NCL. We want to get away from taking an NCL, but I would consider doing a gem. Like they just said, the gem. We love the gem.
We've been on the gem twice.
It's our favorite.
The gem.
Our favorite.
We can't help it. Oh, see, now Gavin said never been to Bermuda. Gavin, are you interested? Follow my hands to Bermuda.
So Gavin has been putting the pressure on me to tell him when this next group cruise is. Because he's got a lot of cruises booked. And I just don't know.
Tom says the sand is more pink at the start of the travel season.
I see. When's the start of the travel season for Bermuda?
I don't know. John Bolton.
We should know that.
May 2021 NCL Joy to Bermuda. Bermuda, very hot. Seems very hot.
Cynthia, you missed Cynthia.
Oh, where? Oh, right Cynthia there. Strom. Have you two done the chef's table dinner? No, we have not.
We haven't done the chef's tables dinner because you get served what they're serving.
Right.
What the chef is going to serve. You don't really get a choice. And I don't eat any seafood whatsoever, right?
Right.
Do I eat anything?
Not really.
Well, no. I ate clams.
Clams Casino.
I like Clams Casino a lot. But I don't do any fish. I don't do lobster. Well, I've done lobster, but lobster doesn't like me.
Right. Oh, well, yeah, I know. There's a lot of things we like, but it doesn't mean it likes us.
And it's really not good for my diabetes.
No, it's not.
So, so that's why we haven't done Chef's Table. From what people tell me about Chef's Table is that it's an absolutely amazing experience. So if you're willing to have dinner and get whatever they put in front of you, do it.
Alice Santiago says, thank you so much, Frank and Kevin. We had a wonderful time in Alaska. We could not learn the ins and outsides of cruising had not for your YouTube. Oh, awesome. Well,
I'm so glad.
Yes, I'm glad you had a wonderful time in Alaska. Wasn't it awesome? Didn't you get there and say, oh my God, it's so beautiful and majestic? You were in awe. I would love to go back to Alaska. It's just that trip across the country that's a killer. Glad you had a great time.
So Mary Ann Dillon said that NCL tends to be too expensive for solo travelers when she's researched it. And I think they're competitive. I think when you sit down and you price everything out on what you get, they're competitive with everyone else. However, I heard from a little birdie in my ear that MSC is doing some fabulous things for solo cruisers at phenomenal rates.
Really?
So you might want to check out MSC for your next solo cruise. Just saying.
Kelly Deneen says, we have been to Bermuda 3 times in the last 4 years, but would go again if you were going. Bermuda must be hot.
I think
everybody's like, yeah, Bermuda. Now, if that isn't a endorsement,
yeah, I think we're gonna have to
think about
look into
Bermuda
this.
group cruise. I don't know what is.
And you know, we've often said that we don't really want to do Bermuda because it's like, oh, it's going to one place. But we've heard such great things.
I know.
That's why we booked the June one.
Yeah.
For us, and then. You know, I was thinking, well, it would kind of be nice because then I could have more flexibility with booking group events.
Right.
Because they'll be docked for so many days, and we could do maybe a group lunch and a group dinners and, you know, blah, blah, blah. Maybe we could eat out on the island together.
Yeah. Oh, God, wouldn't that be nice?
Mm-hmm.
John Bolton says, do you plan on doing teppanyaki again? Well, we're on the escape. Teppanyaki is not on the list.
I can't even remember where we're eating.
Going to do La Cucina. Mm-hmm. We're going to do the Supper Club, the show, the dinner show.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to do Food Republic. Mm-hmm. And what's our, we have a free one other than La Cucina.
La Cucina Cagney's.
Cagney's. Oh, Steakhouse.
Of course.
Steakhouse. Steakhouse, Italian, Food Republic, and the dinner show. Those are our 4 things we're going to do.
Eric wants to know, have you two ever been on a Panama Canal cruise?
No.
No, we have not. We would absolutely love to go on a Panama Canal cruise. If you want to see somebody that's gone on a Panama Canal cruise and enjoyed it, I believe Scotty has been. Mm-hmm. Check out his channel. It's Scott Singer Cruises right here on YouTube. And he has a whole vlog series on it, and it was amazing. I'm pretty sure it was Scott. He'll kill me if I'm wrong.
I know.
But I swear
Why are all these people contacting me about Panama? What did you say?
I know, right?
Now, Joe Fontanello said he did the chef's table on Princess, was afraid. He does like seafood just like you, but because of the champagne, didn't matter.
I don't know.
He enjoyed the champagne a lot more and didn't care what they served. I don't think that would work with Kevin. There's not enough champagne.
Always hungry. Always hungry. So, you know, I don't know.
And Ken Peterson says, cruise ships are now allowed to keep onboard casinos open between 9 p.m. overnight to 5 a.m. while docked in the ports of Bermuda. Oh. So they can operate their casinos overnight. Because during the day, right, Bermuda has their own island casinos. I've been there.
Oh, this is not going to be good for a group cruise.
Oh, my God. Gambling during the day, gambling overnight.
You won't see me.
Oh, my God. I can't afford it.
Gavin suggests we do a poll to see which is best,
yeah,
which
good idea.
I think maybe I'll put something together.
Always do a poll.
I don't know what this means.
What? Where? I can't. Oh, Wanda. They want to know how Wanda is. How are you, Wanda? That means, how are you, Wanda?
I was like, is that a Harry Potter reference?
No.
Is this a Harry Potter weekend?
No. Oh, my God. Okay, what else is happening here?
I think that's it.
Yeah, we're approaching.
Oh, yes, that's right. Sherry went in 2 years ago.
Cruise Ship TV, yeah. Yes.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Everybody knows her as Cruise Ship TV. Yeah, Sherry and the family.
Yes.
So that That's another great vlog series that you can watch to learn all about the Panama Canal.
I know. Jesus, all these cruises now in our heads. Bermuda, Panama, Baltics, Scandinavian.
I think if we did a Panama Canal cruise, which it's been really high on my list lately, I really want to do that, we would have to do the half.
And not the full one.
So it would be like Fort Lauderdale into the lake there, you know, go through a couple of locks, you go through half the canal, and then you turn around and you come back.
Oh, Nurse Nancy's got a scoot.
My babies are sleeping.
Yeah, and we are now approaching.
Thank you again, Nurse Nancy,
thank you,
for
Nurse
moderating.
Nancy, for moderating.
We really appreciate it.
And along with Wanda Byram for being an excellent moderator and, you know, taking up the cause with her hammer on these trolls. It is approaching here 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We've been on for almost 2 hours, so I think we're going to wind down really quick. We just want to say that this week is the 18th anniversary of 9/11, and want to remember those who we lost on that day 18 years ago, and especially since I believe it was yesterday or early morning, we lost another U.S. serviceman in Afghanistan, and prayers to his family. I want to thank you all for joining us today for our live stream here.
We want to remind everybody that at the end of every Thursday video, we feature one of you as a super cruiser on our regular Thursday videos, and you can be featured simply by emailing us at cruisingwithwheels@rochester.rr.com, and we would like you to include the name of everyone pictured in the picture, as well as the name of the cruise ship that you are sailing on. In addition to that, if you have questions or have a video that you want us to do, send us an email again.
That's
Where
right.
do they got to send it, Frank?
They got to send it to our email address, cruisingwithwheels@rochester.rr.com.
You just crack me up, Frank. I just love it. And I just figured out something new.
What?
I figured out how to really work this thing.
You and
guys,
your
I have
toys.
this toy for the live stream, and
It's little buttons.
It's got little buttons. And guess what I figured out?
What?
If I have all these little eyeballs open, watch this.
What?
Well, I'm not going to open that one.
Yeah, please don't.
But watch this. I'm going to show them. Okay, you ready? I push the button, and it does that. And then I push the button, and it does that. Oh, it's not working like I thought it was going to work. Oh, well, I guess I didn't figure it out, guys. So I guess I'm being stupid. Sorry.
Blew that theory right out of the water.
That theory right out of the water. I thought I had it figured out. I was like, gee, I don't have to click anymore.
Oh my gosh.
But anyways, we want to thank you all for coming today. And what do we always say to everyone?
We always say travel safe.
And cruise often.
We'll see you when we get back from our cruise from New England and Canada. And we'll be bringing all the vlogs to you.
When are we going on that
We are
again?
going to be boarding the NCL Escape 2 weeks from today on September 22nd.
So we'll catch you then.
Bye.